Hello, hello! Today I'm talking to you guys about my worst online date. Nope, this was not from Tinder. This was actually from one of the sites that I was on when I was kind of like online dating, and it's called POF, or Plenty of Fish.
There's plenty of fish in the ocean, they say, but 50% are gross and the other 50% are perverts.
This is a story about my worst online dating experience, and it made me never want to online date again. I deleted my profile right after. I was just like, done with this website.
But then I went on Tinder like a week after, so I can't even say that.
So this guy and I on POF, we were talking back and forth, and I was just like, you know what? You're okay, and you're from my city, and you don't look half bad. So we arranged a date, and I really didn't know how this guy looks like. All his pictures are like from the side or just like a side profile, get it honey. We arranged a date, and he said something like, if it's raining, I can't meet you, but if it's not raining, then I'll see you Sunday.
Bitch, what?
So already I was like a little weirded out, but I was just like, okay, whatever. Sunday rolls around and he texts me in the morning saying,
Guess it's your lucky day.
What? What? My lucky day? He doesn't text me or contact me again throughout the entire day until when we're supposed to meet. And I drove myself just because I didn't feel comfortable enough with this guy that I barely knew driving me. So I met him in the plaza and I kind of sat in my car looking around, and I'm like, hey, if I see any sketchy characters, I'm just gonna book it out of here. And also, he didn't contact me about any of the details, so if he doesn't show up or shenanigans happen, then again, out of there. He texts me 5 minutes after the time we're supposed to meet, and he goes, oh, I'm here, I think I'm here. I look out the window and I see this guy, like this completely lost looking guy, and he's just wandering around, and I was just like, this is fraud. You look nothing like your profile pictures, first of all. Your profile pictures, I guess you were flexing a lot, but in real life you kind of look like the Pillsbury Doughboy, so not saying I have a thing against that. If you don't have muscles, then why are you posing like you do? Anyways, I come up to him, and you know, usually on a first date, well, on the first dates I've been on, you kind of hug or handshake or even smile when you first see the person. No. He kind of just looked at me in a weird way, and he was just like, hey. And then we went in the door, which I held the door for him, which is kind of weird, but that's okay. We sat down, and already at the beginning of the date, I was just like, hey, this is gonna be an awkward date. So we order food, and the entire time it's just like small talk, like, oh, you're kind of nervous in person. Are you really nervous in real life, or like whatever? So it's just small talk and stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh my god, please get me out of here. And I don't want to take out my phone just because it's in my bag and it's rude, you know, so I just kind of drank my water. I swear that day I drank like frigging 10 cups of water.
Like Niagara Falls, you got nothing on this girl.
I just kept drinking water, kept asking for more water, and this guy was just sitting in front of me talking about things I can't even remember. It was so boring.
If I ever want to be that bored in my life again, I'm gonna go enroll as a math major. No offense, but like, mathematics major, do you not love yourself?
He was inhaling his food. It came and it was like, it was like a vacuum cleaner, and then just like, all the way gone. But then after the meal, he starts talking about this weird stuff that's just like, why does this matter? Like, I don't understand. At that point, I'm already pretty done with everything. Like, an hour has passed, and he's asking stuff like,
How come this kind of document uses letter paper while this other document uses another kind of paper?
Okay, like, what kind of paper does my will need? Because I am about to die from boredom.
it was just so uncomfortable. I was literally this close to get my phone and just like text my friend and be like, yo, you need to help me out. He starts talking about how he used to be like really fit back in his university days, and he used to squat like 400 pounds.
Okay, buddy, okay.
Like out of nowhere, we weren't even talking about like body weight or powerlifting or anything, and it was just like,
Back in the day, I squatted 400 pounds, but I don't see the purpose of doing all these body weight exercises because they're not really helpful to me, and I just did it when I was bored.
what? You're talking to me about useless powerlifting. Really? Also, who squats 400 pounds randomly when you're bored? The last thing I can remember that was really awkward was he said this in this exact voice.
So, do you drink beer? Cause, beer is for the unintelligent.
And he had this like glass of water and he was like,
I like to take a glass of whiskey and just swirl it around with a chip of ice and talk in this condescending voice when I'm bored.
we've literally been sitting there doing small talk for like 3 hours now. The bill comes and he kind of looks at it and he just looks away and I'm just like, okay. I put down a $50 bill. You know what? If he splits a bill or decides to pay me back, then that's fine. If he wants me to pay the entire thing, that's fine too. He kind of looks at me and goes,
Oh, thanks.
I didn't actually expect that he was gonna just throw the bill on me. Usually it's nice to split the bill. And honestly, I don't think we got along well enough for you to just throw your side of the bill to me. And I was already ready to go and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go over to the supermarket right now because I need to pick up some groceries. I pretended to read my phone and I was like, my mom needs these groceries. And he was just like, oh, I'll come with you. So I changed my story really quick and I was just like, oh, look, she texted again. She doesn't need those groceries anymore. I think he got the hint, I'm not too sure. And we just parted our separate ways. I was literally like, bye, I'm not gonna hug you because The next day, he had the audacity to be like,
Oh, thank you for lunch. I had such a fun time.
ugh. And there you go. That is my worst online dating story. And I know it wasn't as bad as a lot of people's where they get like date raped and all that stuff. But, ugh.
And with my luck, he's probably watching this video. So if you are, hey James, what's up?
I hope you guys enjoyed that story. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at azpremium. And I'll be sure to post more stupid, crazy stories, all that jazz. You can bet on it. Bye.